What if I told you right now that you have the power to create the life that you want, and that you can change any part of it by applying the power of your awareness? The ability to have anything you want, including the wealth and money you want for yourself. Doesn't it seem wonderful? This video will go over this concept in more detail and show you how, with the right application of your mental skills, you may become very wealthy. Neville has explored the concept of God many times, always putting it in the simplest terms possible. Neville had a religious belief, but not in the strictest sense. Neville frequently compared the word God in his lectures to your mental powers because of how potent they are in your consciousness. He believed that God and himself, yes, God is within each of us, are actually one. Neville encouraged and advised doing that. Inside of each of our thoughts and imaginations is a piece of God. Actually, we are God's thoughts and ideas. It is not something that exists independently of us. Do you understand then what that actually means? It suggests that God, the energy that creates the universe and permeates everything, is constantly present and available to each of us. Let's take a time to appreciate this crucial lesson, which actually shows us the way to boundless potential and a way to fulfill each of our desires. You should briefly close your eyes. If the force that creates everything resides within you, what is it that you are not able to be, do, or have? Would you ever put your faith in anything that seemed unreal? The answer is that nothing is impossible. Nothing is off limits to you. You have the unstoppable power to bring about anything you choose. Since you are God, it is undoubtedly possible for you to achieve your goals. You may achieve success, increase your income, live the high life, and enjoy the concrete prosperity that is exclusively available to the world's wealthiest people. That is what it all comes down to. You therefore contain a large cosmos. It's the creative universe, as Neville puts it. Additionally, everything is created there before it is made manifest in the outside world. Your creativity is the gasoline that powers this fascinating world. God genuinely uses your imagination to manifest through you. But what you can create with this powerful imagination of yours depends on what you believe. Do you genuinely believe that you are affluent and successful? Are you certain that you are receiving money from all sides? Many won't be able to understand that they are currently experiencing incredible wealth and happiness. They relied too heavily on their senses, which is why this happened. Due to their inability to see the bank's funds, they find it hard to believe they are wealthy because they don't have the newest sports car in their garage. They are duped by their senses and reasoning minds, which tell them that they own that kind of tangible wealth even though they cannot see it, but they choose not to believe it. This suggests that it isn't there. They don't think about it or try to understand it because their senses tell them otherwise. Furthermore, you won't be able to create strong beliefs that would aid you in achieving your objectives if you have a tendency to rely too strongly on your senses, without needing to see any physical proof in the real world. Belief is the knowledge that what you want is on the way. Belief involves having faith in the unknown. The idea that faith can move mountains is commonly expressed. You must have that much faith in and confidence in your assumptions. Act as though you want to be affluent, and stay on course with that. Here is a Neville Goddard mind technique that will help you ingrain your assumption or belief firmly in your subconscious mind. In other words, this is how you fulfill your dreams. As a result, you must set a mental scene for this. You might be asking, what kind of a scene? This scene would demonstrate that your assumption is accurate if it were true. Since we're talking about wealth in this situation, let's be more clear. Being wealthy can include a wide range of different things. You need to think about how having a well-paying job, a flourishing business, flashy cars in your driveway, and other material possessions might affect your life. You must then visualize a situation that suggests you are wealthy right now after you have sufficient clarity on that matter. Right now, picturing the picture is just one part of the puzzle. The other begins with a strong conviction in that assumption and then continues in it. When your desire unites with Christ, you have reached the Christ consciousness. The God that is within you is released when you do this. and anything you ask for when you get there will be provided to you. Since in such circumstance, you are the author of your story. Here, you are in charge. Few people in our world are conscious of their ability to influence their own destiny. Whether on purpose or not, people externalize their interior states into the physical universe. Neville believed that a man wouldn't need anything else in life. He will understand it after he learns this secret. Consider your life as it stands at the moment. What if you had the power to sway circumstances to work in your favor? Then wouldn't life be a delightful trip full of excitement? In actuality, that is what it is. You have power over your circumstances since they are a result of your consciousness. Once you gain mastery over your awareness, you will have the secret to living the life of your dreams. To go back to the mental scenario I was talking about earlier, you give it the mystical power to influence your subconscious when you construct one just before night. This is because your subconscious mind is most receptive just before bed. Your final thoughts before turning in remain with you as a result. Consider what it would be like to experience this situation as the man or woman you want to be. What meaning would you put on reality? What aspects of your ties would change? What new aspirations, objectives, and goals would you have? These inquiries can help you elicit the proper feelings in your heart and mind. And once you get there, your feelings will take you there. This is what we refer to as living in the end. This refers to maintaining your senses while clinging to your belief in a future you can't yet see. A person who respects the law and has faith in his own creative abilities understands that just because something is hidden from his current line of sight doesn't mean it isn't true. The seed you planted merely has to be cared for and given water to develop into a plant. How do you further water your assumption? You can speed the appearance of your imagination by keeping it busy. Thinking consistently means avoiding conflicting thoughts from entering your head and focusing on the desired result. Here are a few time-tested techniques to help you hang on to your prediction so that it manifests more swiftly. The first step is to start each morning off right. This requires keeping your thoughts from becoming consumed by the bad in the outside world or your own past. Wait 30 minutes after waking up before picking up the phone. Since the moment you open it, you'll receive messages from the same people, which will cause the same thoughts to flash through your mind. Before you realize it, you'll be the same person you were yesterday. You have to be aware of what goes on in your head to prevent connecting to the previous version of yourself through your beliefs. You cannot live or continue in life in that way. When you start your job, you have to start over and try to view the world differently. You can't just respond the way you always do. Second, in the morning, go back to the mental state you had the night before. You can briefly replay the scene in your head or recite some affirmations. You then start to envision this new you. Continue your day as usual. But every hour or so, keep reminding yourself of your assumption and the person you should be. Every action you take should be consistent with the reality you want to create. Although it might appear challenging, the secret is to manage your thoughts. And the only way to get there is via practice. So over a few days, do it each day with patience and diligence. That is the secret to achieving your goals. To advance on your journey to successful manifestation, keep watching my videos. Enjoy manifesting.